Okay, it looks like everyone's in. Put us on the record. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning, Your Honor.
First up is the matter of Joseph Early. Can I have each of you identify yourselves for the record?
Matt Way, Prosecutor's Office.
Mia Tyler, DHHS.
Ivan Brown on behalf of Ronald Early. Dad.
Mike Kelly, guardian ad litem.
Okay, oh, here's Miss McCluskey. Let me let her in. Okay. Good morning, Miss McCluskey.
Good morning, all.
And I think you represent Mom, is that correct?
For Joseph Early matter?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, that's correct, Your Honor. Ms. Chambers. Thank you.
Okay. And I can't tell, we've got someone at a telephone number, 581. Who are you?
Yep, Ms. Chambers.
Oh, okay. And Mr. Early's also present. Okay,
Yep.
Mr. Kelly, how's the little guy doing?
He's in school in person 1 day a week and 1 day a week online. He seems to enjoy it. Mainly, likes especially going to school because his dad does more toys, and plus he has his classmates there. This week he's going to be staying at home. It sounds like he has a cold. Parenting time seems to be going okay. No other concerns were expressed. I've reviewed the report. I have no objections.
Ms. Tyler, do you have any updates for the court?
I do not. I am still waiting to hear back from the Victory Clinic where Mrs. Chambers is participating in substance classes. So they haven't responded to any of my messages as of this far.
Good luck.
All right, and that may be because they don't have proper releases in place, so we need to make sure that happens.
No, they do.
Ms. McCluskey?
They do have proper releases in place. When you call, you can only talk to the receptionist, and then she forwards the message, and then you have to wait for someone to call back. And the reception says that she's not allowed to answer any of what the questions or concerns that I have. So I'm waiting for.
got you.
Mia,
Uh-huh.
Mia, that's why I gave you the number to call her directly, because she works virtually from home, and that's why she gives people her Google number, because she tried to call you and your voicemail was full. So she gave me her Google number to give to you to call.
Okay, well, I'll touch base with you after this to get that number.
Okay.
Okay, Ms. McCluskey, do you have any objection to the recommendations?
I don't, Your Honor. I reviewed the report and it sounds like my client has re-engaged with outpatient therapy services, and I'm glad to hear that the releases are signed. So I have no objection. Thank you.
All right, and since these recommendations don't apply to anyone else, I'm assuming no one else has any objections?
Yes, they do. In the report, Ivan Brown on behalf of Mr. Early, it indicates that Mr. Early has not engaged in Al-Anon yet. I'm glad Ms. Tyler is on this case. What has happened is the only Al-Anon that there is in town is from 7:30 to 9:30 at night. And Mr. Early does not have any kind of childcare that late at night. My wife and I have found a virtual meeting potentially for Narcanon, which is more applicable, I believe, than Al-Anon. So if the court could put in its order, just so we're specific, Al-Anon or Narcanon is specific, or is okay. Further, if that virtual doesn't work out or anybody has any objections, Mr. Early is willing to go to a one-on-one counselor. I don't want to come back in 3 months and then somebody say he's not doing what he's supposed to do. We're trying. So, like I said, I'm glad Ms. Tyler is on this case. She's always been fair to work with people. But I'm trying to set him up with Narcanon, but I can't do it myself. So if the Narcanon doesn't work out, is a private counselor to address these issues of living with a significant other with these issues? Okay.
All right, well, this particular report really only addresses the mother. We have not adjudicated Mr. Early yet. I will state for the record, I would find a virtual Narcanon program to be acceptable. And if that's not available, I would also find private counseling to be acceptable. At this point, they're only, I guess, at best, suggestions for Mr. Early because he's not yet been adjudicated. I can't order him to participate in any services yet, but when it comes time to adjudicate him, I would certainly be very receptive to those suggestions, Mr. Brown.
We want to be done when it comes to that.
I'm happy to hear that Mr. Early is engaged, and we will, well, our next review hearing for Mom is going to be January 12th at 8:45. I think we're scheduled for a pretrial on the 20th for Mr. Early. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay, and next up is the Kemp miners. Could each of you identify yourselves for the record?
Matt Way, Prosecutor's Office.
Chelsea Kirkpatrick, Catholic Charities foster care worker.
Becca McCluskey for Caitlin Cologne.
Ken Hotchkiss,
Kelly.
guardian ad litem.
Mike Kelly on behalf of the foster.
Mr. Hotchkiss, how are Henry and Zachary?
Henry and Zachary are doing very well, Your Honor. They're in the same placement that they've been in for approximately a year and a half. They're progressing nicely. It's reported to me that they're doing very, very well. And I don't doubt that. I think they're in a great placement. I've reviewed the report. It does appear as if mom's having some continued struggles. And for the reasons stated in the report and for the reasons that these children have been in care so long and are doing very well in their current placement, I'm in support of the recommendation for a goal change. Thank you.
And Ms. Kirkpatrick, that is still your recommendation to the court?
Yes, it is. Not included in the report was an update after I had submitted the report, was a couple of drug screens for Caitlin that came back positive for methamphetamines on September 23rd and September 26th. Other than that, I don't have any other updates.
And let me hear from counsel for the parents,
Your Honor,
whoever wants.
I can go ahead. So we did adjourn this a week so that I could try to reach my client again, and I was unable to. Her phone's going straight to voicemail, and I've left messages. So I've had no contact with her. Obviously, we've objected to the goal changes in the past. She was doing well. She only had one brief relapse. However, it's my understanding some release paperwork went back and forth. The agencies had some conversations with her. So I honestly don't know how she wants to proceed at this point without having any contact with her. So I have no comment on the goal change.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Hotchkiss?
Your Honor,
I'm sorry,
I'm not guardian.
Mr. Kelly, sorry.
Your Honor, it's my understanding my client's been in and out of, or mainly in jail. And when he wasn't, I didn't have any contact with him. So I would have no comment.
All right, well, these children have been in care for over a year and a half. I think the request for a goal change is well grounded. I will set a date, October 20th at 9 a.m. for receipt of a termination petition. In the event termination does not occur, the next review hearing will be January 12th at 8:45. So I'm assuming, counsel, you all got word that we had to move the prelims to 10. I've got a physical therapy appointment that I've got to dash off to now. So we'll see you all back here at 10 o'clock.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm
Thank you,
sorry,
Judge.
sorry, could you give me that date again? For
The review hearing,
no, I'm sorry, the receipt of the termination petition.
October 20 at 9 a.m.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.